Now, I don't know karate, but I know crazy. Today, we're adding the Payback by James Brown to the rotation. Welcome to Soular Rock Radio, where freedom is a frequency. The impact of James Brown's music can never be overstated. How many artists did his sound and dance moves shape? This man put out at least one album every year from 1954 to 1981. That's 27 years. In the 60s, he was putting out 3, 4, or even 5 albums a year. But what's just as impressive is Brown's business acumen. We correctly celebrate Nipsey Hussle's vertical integration, where he as an artist and creator owned and controlled his intellectual property, from concept to distribution and everything in between. While Hussle credits Steve Jobs, James Brown was doing that since the 60s. He wrote, produced, arranged, and performed. He owned his publishing and record labels, recorded at his own studios, controlled his touring, created his own television specials where he recorded the concerts for later sale, had pressing plants and even radio stations, allowing him greater flexibility in the racial repression of the time. But none of that matters if the music ain't good. And it was good. In the early 70s, Brown started recording soundtracks for blaxploitation films like Black Caesar and Slaughter's Big Ripoff. He was asked to do the soundtrack for Black Caesar's sequel, Hell Up in Harlem. But when he submitted it, some people say it was the director, some say it was the film's executives, but somebody dismissed it as the same old James Brown stuff. So he kept the album for himself and he called it The Payback. Brown's trombone player, Fred Wesley, who, along with Maceo Parker and Bootsy and Catfish Collins, would go on to join Parliament-Funkadelic, Fred had a loose idea for a song. Brown came in and essentially freestyled the track. Now, according to Alan Leeds, who is James Brown's tour director, he doesn't actually say, I know crazy. He says, I know crazer, as in blade, as in he'll cut a fool, but that don't feel the same. So let's stick with crazy. That's like Usher talking about 7 o'clock on the dot, I'm in the drop top, who's in the streets?
7 o'clock on the dot, I'm in my drop top, who's in the streets?
Who's in the streets? That ain't the words. In Soular Rock, imagination is the truest source of knowledge. James Brown knew the world that he imagined for himself, one where his creativity would know no limits, and he spent his life trying to build it. The Payback, once rejected for being the same old, will go on to reach #1 and be sampled countless times over the next 50 years. And I guess that settles that. This has been Soular Rock Radio, where freedom is a frequency, and we frequent it frequently. You already know the deal. Hit the link in the description for the Soular Rock Radio playlist. Like, subscribe, and let your friends know that we are building a Soular Rock movement, and I want you to be a part of it. So until next time, peace.